During a recent conversation with Planet Rock, Joe Satriani recalled the first time he watched Black Sabbath live in the early 1970s. The show was extremely chaotic, as the band performed for less than an hour, which led to a riot among the audience, regardless of everything that had happened that day. Satriani said it was the best concert he had ever attended. While not many would imagine Satriani to be a big fan of a band like Black Sabbath, the guitarist has admired the heavy metal band since the early days of his music career. In fact, Satriani credited Tony Iommi for shaping his musical direction, and once covered the band's iconic song Paranoid with other fellow musicians, including Steve Vai and Jeff Tate. Joe Satriani reflected on the first time that he ever saw Black Sabbath live. Satriani explained.
So, you have to just imagine where I grew up, suburbs, right? Just 30 minutes from New York City. 70s, 60s are burnt out and over, but we're young kids and we want to rock. And they pull in to play what's called at the time the Nassau Coliseum. It's wintertime. The place is sold out. Leonard Skinner's opening up. They were great, by the way. After they play, there's like an hour and a half and there's no Black Sabbath. And the kids are going crazy. Now I'm standing on the floor with the lead singer in my high school band, Danny Kalbach. And we love Sabbath. We've been playing Sabbath, listening to Sabbath since the very beginning. And we're dying to see this thing happen, but they're not coming out. And as New Yorkers do, they get a little upset.
Yeah, of course.
Things don't go their way. So they decide to somehow start bonfires on the floor. So we're standing there and we're looking around, we're going, there's fires. Like what's happening? People are taking off their winter coats and they're setting them on fire in these big piles. And then the people that are sitting in the stands are throwing stuff, anything that they don't want. And they're just screaming for Black Sabbath. The fire marshals come out, they turn on all the bright lights, they start spraying fire retardant on us. I mean, I got covered in this white foam, but I have to say, we're like, yeah, this is like the best concert ever. And then of course, they come out and it turns out Ozzy's got a cold and he's being very apologetic to the audience, saying, I'm really sorry, I just can barely talk, and saying everything, and people are booing him and throwing things on the stage. However, my best memory of that whole night, besides the wonderful mayhem that's typical, what you would like when you're a teenager, is Geezer Butler's bass. That was just like the greatest thing I had ever come across me in a live show. And live shows weren't that great sounding back then. The PA systems were pretty terrible. But his bass was just so wonderful sounding. And the way that he played, he drove that band. It's like you could just listen to him and a little bit of Ozzy, and that would be the whole experience. And that it stuck with me how important that bass guitar was, and that person having that kind of musical personality, and how important it is in the band. And I think as a young musician, that was a key moment, just acknowledging that and his great musicianship.
Thank you for tuning in, and please hit that like button, it's appreciated. Make sure that you subscribe for more rock-related content.